The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with John Hines, a fine coach at Pulaski County. Coach, seems like we have you on the show just about every year, but you're doing a great job there at Pulaski County. Another good football team this year.
Well, appreciate it very much, Gary. We're always excited to be on the show, and we're very fortunate at Pulaski County to have the success that we've had.
Pulaski County, one of the top teams in the state. And our feature, it's on Dylan Moore. He plays for the Jaguars at East Jessamine. He's got 1,400 yards, Coach, on the top rushing team in the state of Kentucky.
Very impressive to put together a season like he's having. And
that's Dylan Moore. We'll have a feature on him as well. Our scholar athletes are from Bourbon County High School. Coach David Jones has brought in Austin Lay, Justin Blankenship, A.J. Joyce. All these young men do or have 4.0s in the classroom there. They're student athletes, and that's what this show's all about.
You know, it really takes a special athlete to be a great student, and a 4.0 student. Impressive.
And we got another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville, Kentucky to Sutherland Chevrolet. And Riley Cunningham is here from UK Sports Medicine. He's going to keep us in the game as always. But, Coach, we know what everybody wants. They want the best highlights we can possibly give them on game time, and that's what we're going to give them here on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Well, I hope so, and I hope there's some Pulaski County highlights in that
sure.
thing, too.
And these highlights brought to you by Prep Spin and William Warfield, the King of Stream.
Final Friday high school regular season Friday of the year. Had some pretty interesting matchups. Certainly one that we'll talk about right now. Pretty good one.
Yeah, like Douglas beating Lexington Catholic for the first time. The Broncos have yet to lose to a team from Fayette County. 17-0 since becoming a program in 2017. Not bad. Douglas has shut out 8 of its 9 opponents this season and allowed just 14 points all year. We start in the third. Josh McClurg likes to use his legs up the middle, 12 yards. It's 28-10 Broncos. Still in the third, Darius Neal. Kid's got a lot of speed. He's gone 62 yards, and it's 35-10. But Catholic has a kid named Bo Allen. He's going to go to UK, and he would lead the Knights back. They hand off to Dylan Bracken, and he's going to stretch it over the goal line from 9 yards out. Catholic does make it close, but Douglas remains perfect against Lexington City Schools, 42-31.
East Jessamine and the state's leading rushing attack. Thanks to that guy, the brains behind all of the madness. He's probably standing in front of the TV right now saying, watch this, we run the football. Dylan Moore of East Jess taking on Western Hills. He had 1,300 plus yards coming into tonight. Well, he's going to get a little something. And then, you know, they hand out pancake stickers. Ooh. How cool is that? I got hungry and I nearly missed Valdon Miles' touchdown, and then he picks up another touchdown. 43-0, best school record, best regular season record in school history, 8-2.
And welcome back in. I want to tell you about Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of Kentucky, from Pulaski County, down there in Somerset, Coach John Hines is with us. And also want to welcome Allie DeMoss. Well, you've been on all season, so thanks for helping me out.
Anytime.
Coach, you can tell that you love coaching high school football. Now, what is it you like most about coaching this particular Pulaski County team?
Well, it's just fun to go out and be with the young guys every day. They help keep me young, and this particular team is a hard-working group. They're willing to go out and lay it on the line every day and try to improve in each practice and every day that we work in the weight room. And it's fun to see a group of kids that'll work hard like that and have success.
That's all you can ask for as a head coach.
That's all you can ask for.
Connor, you're Pulaski County's career leader in tackles. How does this motivate you for future games?
I don't know. I just making tackles to me makes me feel like I'm helping the team. So I just go out there every game and try to get as many as I can. And in the end, it makes me feel like I've contributed to win or loss either way. So.
And, Coach, you do have record setters in studio with us. Jake Sloan is sick. He couldn't be here. But tell us about all those great record setters you got at Pulaski.
Well, we're proud of Jake. Jake has moved into the number 2 slot all-time in Kentucky high school history in pass receptions, trailing only former Pulaski player Jake Johnson. So
yeah.
That's kind of exciting that we've got kids at 1 and 2. But we're proud of Jake Sloan. He was going to be here with us tonight and a little under the weather. But we're proud of Connor breaking records and all of our players. You know, it takes a team to come up with a record like that. And so when a guy breaks a record, it's a wonderful achievement, but it's still yet a team achievement.
And Dylan, you play offensive line there, right guard for Pulaski County. Tell us about the O-line this year when you guys started to gel.
Well, first part of the season, you know, it was a little rough. We had four people return. Then we had Ethan Holt graduate last year, go to Kentucky Wesleyan. Well, at the beginning, we didn't really know who was going to be our center, but then we had Declan Hayes, who's a freshman, come in and really take that job really well. And we've had 4 seniors and a freshman, so it's been going pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Chase, you're a 4-year starter, and you've managed to keep a 3.5 GPA. What keeps you fired up in the classroom and on the field?
Keeps me fired up in the classroom. Just try to keep my grades up because I know if I let them down, I'm going to let these guys down. And I enjoy going out there every Friday night and just going to war with them. So,
Coach, this is really a 2-pronged question I'm going to ask you, but you know I tend to ask a lot of questions on the show. You've been on many times over the years. So, you know, first I want to ask you about the team you played Friday night, Tates Creek, and their quarterback, Jake Doobie. And then I want to ask you about your thoughts on the RPI system.
Well, Tates Creek's a very impressive team. They got an outstanding quarterback, outstanding receivers, and a lot of explosiveness. And they're a team that's going to make a lot of noise in the playoffs in that 6A division. As far as the RPI system, personally, I don't like it much. I'm not sure many coaches out there really do, but we're not a big fan of it. But it's one of those things we can't argue with, can't fight. So we just got to go out there and deal with it as best we can and try to find a way to make it an advantage for us.
But it won't go into play until the 3rd and 4th rounds of the playoffs. Is that correct?
That's correct. Once you get into the 3rd round, they'll seed the 4 teams on the eastern part of the state and the 4 teams left on the western part of the state, and they'll go by that RPI rating at that time.
Well, it's always great to have you on this Scholastic Ball Report. You do a great job there, Pulaski County. Record setters. I know this young man's he's a tackling machine over there, and these guys are great players. Jake Sloan's a great receiver, and those are the kind of young men that you have at Pulaski County.
Well, appreciate it very much. It's always a thrill for us to come and be on the Ball Report, and it's great for Pulaski County football and all these guys, and they're just a representation of our seniors and all of our football team and our program, and we're proud of every one of them, and it's a great opportunity. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Hines. That's John Hines, the great head coach at Pulaski County. Now we're going to this feature. It's on Dylan Moore. He's on the top rushing team in the state of Kentucky, East Jessamine.
Jaguars are quick, elusive, and powerful animals, and nobody embodies their school's mascot more than East Jessamine Jaguar Dylan Moore.
We're all a bunch of fast guys, so I mean, I'd say that puts us about like a Jaguar. We're fast, we strike fast, and we might get down a little bit, but that doesn't matter. That don't hold us back. We just keep coming.
East Jessamine's wing T attack is relentless and wildly successful. The Jaguars lead the state in rushing yards per game, and their senior star is the leader of the pack.
We take a lot of pride in our run game because I mean, we're one of the #1 rushing teams in the state, and that's what we work on day in, day out.
He's one of the most determined runners I've ever had. He just does not want to go down. He's got great vision, runs to space very well, and then the big key is he's extremely fast.
Back in the spring, Dylan was the state runner-up in the 300-meter hurdles, and he is using that speed to burn opposing defenses.
It feels really good just to open up that stride and get to going full speed.
Friday night against Woodford County, Dylan torched the Jackets for a season-high 236 yards and 3 touchdowns, upping his season total to 1,300 yards and 14 scores.
It felt really good, especially against a team that talks that much trash and thought that they were going to come in here and whoop us. It felt really good to put over 200 on them and 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. It was pretty awesome.
So to Friday's opponent, Western Hills, look out for number 1. Alex Walker, WKYT.
Welcome back into our Scholar Athletes from Bourbon County. This is our most popular segment because it highlights young men, young ladies doing great things in the classroom. In this case, they're from Bourbon County High School. Thanks for coming over here from Bourbon County. We appreciate you guys joining us on the show. We really do. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's start with Austin. You have a 4.0 and a 27 on the ACT. That'll get you in a lot of colleges. I know you've already been accepted to several. You play outside linebacker. That's a tough position. But how does being cerebral in football, how does that assist you in everything you do?
I feel that it greatly assists me in playing football, mainly because knowing what your opponent is going to do and understanding the formations and the plays that are going to be run against you.
Yeah.
And then Justin, you also have a 4.0 and a high ACT score. So how is this going to play into making your future decisions?
Having good test scores and great grades, it just gives me a lot of opportunities for different colleges to look at me.
Yeah.
AJ, you have good grades and a good ACT score. So what are your plans for after high school?
Of course, I want to continue my athletic career, but some things don't pan out that way, so I want to become a marine biologist.
That's awesome. And then Coach Jones, since you played at UK, what do you instill in your players from that experience?
Basically, just, how important grades is. I know I'm one to know that big time because playing at the University of Kentucky, going on, I've got the opportunity to play in the NFL, ultimately got hurt. I was able to fall back on my degree, and here I am today, teaching young men, so that's the ultimate goal. I try to, press to them. We check their grades every day, and they know that. And, if they mess up or whatever, we suspend them games, we suspend them quarters. So we're really, really harp on our grades and stuff at Bourbon County because ultimately, at the end of the day, football, whatever sport you may play don't last forever, but a degree does. So that's our ultimate goal there.
You don't have to worry about these three guys, do you?
No. And they're a blessing, when they're out there. Right. He's talking about knowing the opponent. He probably knows them better than we do. So it's a blessing having intelligent people out there.
You're right, Coach.
Yeah. Austin, what colleges are you looking at and why?
Right now, EKU definitely, because they have a really nice fire safety engineering program that I really enjoy. But UK and Morehead State seem to be my fallback options because of their mechanical engineering program.
And then Justin, how has Coach helped you with your college pursuits so far?
Coach Jones has put us all in front of many colleges, and he just gives us contacts like no other coach has ever done.
AJ, who inspires you the most?
I would say my mother because she has done beyond anything I could ask for, and I just want to pay her back one day.
Well, Coach, if you'll this plaque, all three of the young men from Bourbon County will get a beautiful plaque. Take that over to Ryan Tyson over there. He'll put your name and school on that for you for no charge. And congratulations for being not only good football players, but good student athletes there at Bourbon County. You got a fine example here from Coach Jones that's helping you out as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys here, too. This is awesome that we can, showcase their ability in the classroom. We appreciate y'all having us.
That's Coach Jones and Bourbon County Scholars. And now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Time now for your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Mercer County, West Jessamine, Kalen Drakeford to Dylan Warren, and he beats Willie Milford for the catch. Let's take a second look. Drakeford to Warren. Yeah, he won that battle, and Mercer County wins the game as well. 36-0 is your final. The Titans with momentum heading into the postseason. And that's your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
And welcome back to our UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment. Our course guest is Riley Cunningham. Thank you for joining us, Riley. You always give us great information on the show. Like you're going to give us some information tonight.
Thanks for having me. So, Riley, why is rest always important?
Well, rest is important because it's one of the easiest things you can do to recover, also with training as well. Normally with athletes, you'll overtrain, you get a little bumps, bruises, strains, sprains, stuff like that. The body is able to just recover from that on its own through it's normally a conservative treatment for that. So that's one of the main reasons why is just your body heals itself just for the minor injuries.
So I've been wondering, what exactly is active rest?
Active rest, it's hard for athletes to really sit still. They don't really enjoy resting. So with active rest, you keep them engaged, you keep them moving. Let's say you have like an ankle sprain. Well, you don't have your athlete up and running. You have them doing like an upper body bike, or you have them doing rows. And normally with your marathon athletes as well, they'll do that too because they're not on their feet, they're not on the treadmill, they're not running, stuff like that. So it's just modifying your activity.
And speaking of rest, you've got the walk-in clinic.
Yes, sir, we do.
Every Monday through Saturday. Is that on Saturday as well?
Monday through Friday,
Monday
7
through
to 8.
Friday.
Yes,
and
sir.
what do you do for the athletes on Saturday?
For Saturday,
have to make an appointment?
They should have the urgent care center open on Saturday mornings. Yes, sir.
There's their website. Let's put it up there. UK Sports Medicine, Orthopedic Surgery, and a phone number. They will keep you in the game, particularly if you have the proper rest.
Yes, sir.
To stay in the game, especially for those minor type injuries, right?
Yes, sir, the minor ones.
And get plenty of rest, athletes. We can't emphasize that enough. Now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights on the WKYT's Game Time, brought to you by PrepSpin.com.
All right, let's talk to high school football. And we head to the mountains, the good place of Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, Paintsville and Lexington Christian have already secured home field games for the first round of the playoffs. LCA lost in its last trip to the mountains. Belfry beat them in August. Tonight, the Eagles putting their 7-game winning streak on the line to close out the regular season. LCA was first to light up the scoreboard, going up 7-0. And then as the Tigers tried to answer, you can't do that. Pass picked by Elijah Hammond. Can I get a pick six?
I don't know, it depends.
I feel like Oprah. 14,
you get a pick six.
Nothing. You get a pick six. Fourth quarter now, the Eagles keep on scoring. Dearius Smith adds a Lexington Christian touchdown. Into the end zone he goes. 35-7 is your final from the mountains.
Great Crossing head coach Paul Raines has won a lot of games in his career, more than 200, but he didn't get his first as Great Crossings head coach until last week. After an 0-8 start with the Warhawks, Raines picked up career win number 209 as the Warhawks beat Grant County for its program's first football Friday night win, and that guarantees Great Crossing its first ever playoff game next week. Now the Warhawks wrapping up the regular season against unbeaten Franklin County, which brought the wood tonight. First quarter, Brady Holleran with the strip sack. He entered the game third in the state with 14. Randy's liking that. Leads to this, Nick Broyles, hands off, nope, gets it back. Fred Ferrier, he's fast. 13-0 Franklin County. He was all Flyers, 55-14. Flyers 10-0. Dunbar, PLD, if you will.
Brats on the grill.
Will play its first home playoff game next week since 2005. Taking on Bryan Station. That's Bond, Joey Bond. He scores 007. Big chunk play for the defenders. Doesn't get in, but you know what you're going to do. A couple of plays later, 7-0. That's Bond again. Doesn't look like it's a touchdown, but hey, they're going to give it to him. 14-zip defenders. Dunbar would rally to win, 36-27. 6 wins, most wins for them since 2013.
And we want to thank Pulaski County. John Hines was in with us, and boy, what a great coach he does there at Pulaski County. And we also had David Jones in from Bourbon County. He's a former UK player. You guys might remember him. He went on and played in the NFL, but an injury knocked him out of that. But great scholar athletes.
Yeah, tragic that he got hurt though.
Yep. And Douglas High School, your high school, they've shut out 8 of their 9 opponents. They've shut them out. So what's in the water over there, Douglas?
I don't even know. It's been amazing, hasn't it? I mean, there's been nobody that can hang with them.
They just can't. I mean, I think only one team, Tate's Creek, was able to score on them, right?
Yeah, it's been
so
wild.
So they're not only beating teams, but I tell you what, Lexington Catholic Friday night, Bo Allen and all those receivers, they gave them all they wanted, didn't they?
Yeah, UK commit, surely.
Yeah,
hopefully.
he's committed to UK. And lacrosse going well there?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Practicing, right?
Yep.
That's why you're a little bit late tonight,
yeah.
right? So, as always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.